Well, hi, fancy meeting you here. Hello, Saltines. Welcome back to another video. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, I am wearing the same clothes because I just finished the last video. Well, I did add a little bit of eyeshadow, so I'm just trying to change it up a little bit, but I kind of still want to hide my fluff. Welcome back, you guys. Nice to see you. Don't forget, I'll do a live show this Friday, whatever date that is. I'm not sure yet. We'll do a live show so you can come in live, ask questions, participate. We have a good group. We're all friends and love and protect and encourage each other. So try and make that event if you can this Friday. I'm going to share today with you 5 celebrities who I literally shed tears over. Because it hurts. I want to talk about them and also let you know if I've talked to any of them. And I do want to answer Diana Hill's question. She left me a question on my YouTube in the comments. So feel free to leave comments. And if I can address them online on videos, I will. And certainly I answer a lot of questions during the live shows. Before we get started, though, please don't forget, hit that subscribe button, please. Like the video and share the video. There is no shame here. This is an honest channel with good intentions, and I am proud of myself and I'm proud of you guys. And I'm happy anytime anyone wants to share my content. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Okay, so Diana Hill asks, let me put my broken glasses on. Diana says, Audrey, I wanted to ask you a question. When you say you talk and see the victims of murder cases, do they look the same as alive? Because you say they're smiling. Do their faces look the same or change? That's a great question, Diana. Such a great question. And depends. It varies. There's no one certain answer. Sometimes I see the person as they're known. If anyone says, hey, who's this? You know who it is. Sometimes I see them in their state of death after they've been murdered. And this goes for any death, not just a murder death, but any death. Because like I've mentioned, a lot of spirits want to talk about their death itself. They sometimes want to vent. They want to process the death, what happened. They want to share it. They want to share. And I think they want to share to help us who still have to go through that process and to kind of take away some of the fear from it. And yes, a lot of times they do smile because maybe they didn't have a voice when they were here, like my son Jonathan, who doesn't talk. You know, when you pass on, your voice is there. So maybe you had a condition like Parkinson's or something where you were just not functional anymore. Maybe you're paralyzed. Oftentimes I'll see someone clicking their heels, like they're jumping up and clicking their heels together. I see a lot of different things. You know, I do see murder victims in dirt. I see them, laying there with their eyes wide open, dead. It's not always a pretty scene. And I apologize. This is going to start moving down like this. Otherwise, it gets salty. All right, now you can see my fatness. All right. Yeah, it depends. It depends. And sometimes if I channel the same person over and over again, here comes somebody. I'm not sure who this is coming in right now. I just had Maggie Murdaugh and Papa Murdaugh here with me from the last video, which was not that long ago, maybe less than an hour ago. So they might still be in the room. I'll wait and see if they respond. And, I told my husband, he was watching my video that I just posted, and I said, I don't know why my throat does that. It's like that. He goes, it's the spirits. They want your voice. They want to use your voice to say what they have to say. Oh God, that just gives me chills. It's true. It's true. Spirit just wants to be heard. They want to use my body and my voice for good, for them, for others. And I'm so beyond grateful for the gift I have. I don't give a shit if you don't believe me for 1 second that what I'm doing is real. You know what? If that's who you are, you simply don't matter. You don't matter. And I don't apologize for that shit. I know. My last channel was, you matter. Okay. Not everyone's going to matter. Not everyone. I know. I'm salty. I know. But you know what? The truth lies here. The truth lies in my throat, in my voice, in my soul. And you guys know my story of how I became or realized I am psychic and the abuse I dealt with even up to now from certain areas of my life. And I'm not going to be quiet anymore. I'm never going to shut the hell up. I'm not absolutely never gonna stop. So there we have it. So great question, Diana. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. Celebrities are people. They're just people. They're special. They're just people. I don't care if they have $1 billion, and a lot of them do have $1 billion. I don't care. That doesn't mean they're not relatable. That doesn't mean they're better than all of us peons. I'm not a peon, and either are you. We live in a regular house, in a regular neighborhood. We go to Target, we go to Walmart, we go to Disneyland. Celebrities are just people. Yes, there's some asshole celebrities, but there's a lot of just asshole people, aren't there? Yes. The answer is yes. So these 5 have really had an impact on me personally, and I might cry. I'm a crybaby. I do need more coffee. Oh God. No, I'm not a crybaby. I'm a psychic medium that feels emotions, and I connect with the dead. So I'm going to go in order in which my faves here have passed. The first person on my list, you either love her or you hate her. Lucille Ball. I love Lucy. She reminds me of my wonderful aunt who passed, Ruth. Spicy, saucy, speaks your mind, funny. Lucille Ball was sort of a mother figure to me since I did not care for the mother I had my entire life. I never felt loved. I never felt cared for. I never felt that I mattered. I'd have to walk home by myself at 5 years old. I told you guys this story before. And you know what? Just so much trauma as a young child. Anytime I watched Lucy, I just connected with her. I think she died, 86, 87, 1988, 89, somewhere around there she died. And I'm just so darn sad I never got to meet her. And I know there's a lot of people that love Lucy and love Lucy. And do you know how many dogs are named Lucy? Oh my God. I had a Lucy. I got my dog, and kids and I named her Lucy. And then later that day, my sister got a dog. She's like, we named her Lucy. And it's like, our babies are the same age and they have the same name. So many dogs named Lucy. I don't know what it is about that. but I love it. I love the name Lucy for a pup. Lucille Ball exhibited strength as a woman, and during a time where women weren't considered valuable or worthy, even less so than we are now, less valued than we're given value now. She was funny, God, and she wasn't afraid. And off screen, Lucy dealt with a lot of crap, a lot of crap. I understand that. I relate to that. I connected with her for that. And I'm glad she was on the planet as long as she was. And there was never a day lost as long as Lucille Ball was on the planet and living and breathing. But her memory lives on, and even newer generations, the kids of today and young people of today are discovering her. And I hope her legacy lives on for such a long time. She was so amazing. I love Lucy. Okay. We're going to jump ahead, like, gosh, 20, 25 years after Lucy. This might have even been, 25 years maybe-ish. Number 2 is Steve Irwin. Didn't you guys fall in love with Steve? And I don't mean in a romantic way. Just as a human being. And again, neither Lucy nor Steve or any of the others I'm going to tell you about were perfect people. Let's not lie. Let's not lie to ourselves and put people on an unnecessary platform. But all 5 of these people today I'm mentioning, in my opinion, were great, great human beings. And not perfect. I love Steve. I still love Steve. And it's funny that I'm married to an Australian now. That wasn't planned. My husband's like, oh yeah, whatever. Yeah, Queensland. Well, that's where he's from. He was just another guy. He's just a guy. I know, but once every so often you come across these people who make a difference. And you can still see the difference Steve Irwin made today in his children. And Terry, his wife, it's just, I'm not saying he's perfect, so don't bitch at me about him not being perfect. Because I can see the souls. I know the souls of all of these people I'm talking about today. And Steve knows he wasn't perfect. I missed out on some time. I gave as much time as I could to Terry and the kids. He's like, but you know what? Terry understood that. I was busy. I was doing some things that were my destiny to do. And he died in an awful way. And I see him in death. Wasn't pretty. It was awful, traumatizing to everyone who was there on the little boat with them. And he left too soon. But not really, because he stayed as long as he agreed to stay. He knew before coming to this life how long he would live. He knew that. And he even knew, he would tell people, like, I'm going to die young. One of these animals one day is going to kill me. Those aren't his words exactly, but we know he said things like that, just that. A good soul, and I believe that has been passed down to his kids as well. And I do love Terry as well. I think she's from Oregon or Washington, his wife, Terry Irwin. And how does Terry Irwin not have an Australian accent by this point? I catch accents in a matter of days. Days. It only takes me a few days. I can't help it either. If I go to Texas for 4 or 5 days, I come back fully Southern. I'm telling you. go to England. I'm British, but on the way to the airport to fly to England. It just happens. So the fact that Terry Irwin still does not have an Australian accent blows me away. But I love the Irwin. Okay, this next one's upsetting too. You know him as Severus Snape in Harry Potter. See, I mean, right? Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman. Such a freaking lovely, wonderful soul. And because he had a certain look to him, he played a evil man in Harry Potter. Um, but if you don't know, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I've been to England. I've lost count over 21, 22 times. I'm not sure. I've been to the making of Harry Potter, which is in a little town kind of northwest of London. More than the locals. I've been to that place more than the locals. And you really get to the behind the scenes. You get to see everything. As time goes by, these events at the making of Harry Potter are a little more protected. It used to really be hands-on. Like you could put on the clothes from the movies and stuff, but now they've restricted it quite a bit. But my point is I know a lot about the behind the scenes and um, because different people that work at the it's not a theater, what is it called? Studio. It's the actual studio where they made the actual films. No, not all of it, but a lot of it. But people that work there will tell you different stories if they happen to have been working there when the movies were being made and stuff. But I tell you, I would work there in a heartbeat. I don't care if I got paid. I just want to be there. Alan Rickman. I am so sad. I mean, I was in such shock when he died. And yeah, the inner Harry Potter nerd definitely came out, and I wore a couple Harry Potter pins on my clothes and my badge for school because I was working at school back then. And again, the world lost a lovely, lovely, wonderful soul. All right, the next one. This is more recent, just last year. We lost Queen Elizabeth II. And I'm honest with you guys. My husband says I'm honest to a fault, he says. Is that such a thing? Well, you know what? I don't care that I'm honest to a fault because I want people to understand the process of how my brain works because you might be the same way. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just a human being. This is how some minds work. I didn't care for Queen Elizabeth for a long time, and it has to do with Princess Diana. And if you're not aware of my situation with Princess Diana, go back and watch my videos. And it's so complicated. It's so complicated. I won't even get into it, but um, I would say the last 10 or 15 years, I've come to terms, I came to terms with Queen Elizabeth and who she was, what she did, how she handled things, and, her relationship with Diana and Charles and how she dealt with Andrew. And, so she had to deal with a lot. She had a lot to deal with, mostly in her own family. Um, Again, I've been to England so many times. so many times. And yeah, I've been to Buckingham Palace. I've been everywhere at this point. I've been everywhere. They probably think I'm British because I'm there so often. They're like, "Oh, hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I know." Yeah. Um, I had a change of heart over the last 15 years. I really started to. I let myself see who Elizabeth was as a human being and her soul. Now, I don't believe everything that she said when she was here. Um, I mean, she said she was chosen by God to come and be the queen. Well, yes, I guess, but no, you had to agree too. So it's kind of a deal. It was a mutual agreement. Um, the way it was put to me, though, she almost made it sound like she was Jesus. Like, here, I'm here to save everybody. No, you're not. You're not here to save anybody. But she was definitely born for the role she had for how long? 70 plus years, 70 years and change. So yeah, that was for her. That was for her. Um, of course I cried when she died. Um, when she died, I hadn't been back to England for a year and a half, 2 years because of COVID. I think 2 years. And I was going to go. I went the next month. I went 3 or 4 weeks after she died. She died on September 8th. I went to England like October 8th of last year. And I went to Windsor where she's buried. I love Windsor. It's such a cute freaking little town village. And you can get there by driving or you can get there by the above ground train, which I've done both. But anyway, that's where Windsor Castle is. And it's a beautiful place. So my husband and I went, and I'm like, I don't care. I will stand outside all night if I have to get in to see the Queen. Um, so we get there, and it's like, where is she? Where is she? It's quiet. There's nobody here. And it was like not midday, but by the time we got there, it was probably 9:30, maybe 10. Um, anyway, so we did the rounds. I showed my husband around Windsor Castle and everything. And then I asked one of the beef eaters, one of the security kind of people, they use them as security. Um, and I said, "Where's the Queen?" They're like, he goes, "Oh, she's just right there. Right there goes the whole horse right there." I go, "Is the line inside? How long is the wait?" He goes, "There's no wait right now. Just go in." I'm like, so you open these big, heavy doors and you just smell the richness, the age, everything, the history of where we're at when those doors open. And it's a little cold on the inside. It's kind of dark. It's calm. It's a castle. It's a castle, so it's castle-like on the inside. And there's little arrows and stuff to go this way, go that way. And we walked through a bunch of it till we got to the line. The line was basically no line. I think maybe there were 5 people in front of us. Um, and I got to see her there, see the Queen, and that's where Philip's buried, and Elizabeth's mom and dad and her sister are buried there too. It was just, it's just hard. As a psychic medium, when I'm around a lot of dead people, um, it's hard on me. And anywhere in England, you're around a lot of dead people, whether you know it or not. They're either under the ground near you, they're everywhere, kind of like in Paris. There's in Germany. There's dead people everywhere. Um, the thing is, dead people know that I can hear them. That's the weird part. I told you guys about Sir Richard at St. Paul's, the statue of I think it is Sir Richard so and so. He's like, why am I here? Why is my statue way in the corner covered up? I shouldn't be covered up. This is unacceptable. Uncover me now. So funny things like that happen. But it was beautiful. It was difficult. Everyone was teary. British don't really cry too much, but they cried for Diana and they cried for the Queen. And I feel lucky that I had that opportunity, and I'll go see her again. Okay, now this person, I'm gonna get really upset with this one. It's gonna seem stupid. It's gonna seem stupid. This seems so stupid from the outside. But if you know my pain from the way I grew up, the way I was raised, or lack thereof, this person died just like a week ago. My husband's like, he was just a dirty old man, Audrey. No, he wasn't. Yes, he was a man and liked women, and yes, he was a man. Again, I'm not putting people on a pedestal, but I still love and cared about these people. They meant something in my life, in this life. And that is Bob Perkins. Bob. Bob. I know, crying about Bob. And I'll explain why. I have two father figures in my life growing up. Two. Two men I loved, two men I held in high regard, neither being my father, my biological father. First one was my teacher. My teacher, Mr. Tyler. Because my teacher gave me time, attention, understanding, thought, and love of music, the love of music. He taught me how to play all the instruments. And the second man was Bob Barker. Now, I never knew Bob. But Bob was my fantasy father. I mean, he's probably was old enough to be my grandfather because he just died and he was 99. He would have been 100 in December. Bob, you couldn't hang on for 6 more months. So bummed. Bob was always there, Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And he looked nice, and he wore a suit, and he was happy, and he was smiling, and he was nice to people. And he gave me hope that there are really actually happy people out there. It's like I had never seen someone like that. I've never seen a father figure who was happy other than my teacher. And I was sick a lot as a kid. I was home a lot. Even when I was in the hospital as a 5 turning 6-year-old in the hospital for asthma for a week. I made sure that the nurses would turn on Bob Barker for me. And yeah, I would kind of just fantasize like, okay, well that's my dad. I would pretend I wanted a dad so fucking bad. I was willing to be adopted from the neighbor of where I grew up. I didn't care. I wanted something. Give me something. And so, God damn it, I wish Bob didn't die last week. Just really bad timing. Not about me. But, I never met any of these people anyway. So, how were they helpful? How can they still be helpful now? Yeah, because they're still around. Their souls aren't dead, their energy is still alive. You have to know that. And even though you may not be a psychic medium and you may not understand how I do what I do and connect with dead people, to feel their energy, and like I talk about, I feel them in my body and in my throat and all of that. You don't have to have that to know that you can tap into your loved ones or someone you cared about like that to keep going, to get the encouragement you need from outside of the people you know here on earth. Yes, they're gone, but they're not. You just can't see them. It's complicated. I know that. And it's funny because there's a show. It's 24 hours a day. It's The Price is Right, the Barker era. So guess what I watch all the time? And a lot of days I just want the TV on. I just want to see Bob in the background. My husband's like, "Can you turn this off? Because we're not watching it." I'm like, "But the sound's not even on." All right. Turn off Bob, but I'm going to turn him back on as soon as you leave the room. Um, so I will carry, and I do carry these 5 and other people, but these are my top 5 celebrities who have passed that I legitimately shed tears for. Um, I did get to go to Queensland, I think. Didn't I go to Queensland, Bob? Babe, didn't I go to Queensland? I think I did, which is where Steve. I didn't go to the zoo, but I think I did go to Queensland, Australia. Um, gosh, so much. It's also weird getting older when you start seeing some of these people die. It's like, oh, this is getting weird. I thought this only happened when people get old, so it's like, oh, guess what, Audrey? Guess what? Time has not stopped for anybody, including you. So I will continue to love and cherish and remember these people. And they will still help me. They will still help me get through life now. As a strong woman, both Lucille Ball and Queen Elizabeth are inspiration to me. And Steve and Alan, men of beautiful souls. And Bob Barker, my fantasy father. I will always keep around me too. So that's it for this cry baby episode, you guys. So I appreciate your time. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I keep saying this, and it's so slow. The channel's growing so slow, but that's fine. It is what it is. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell after that. Hit the like button and share the video. Okay? And I'll see you guys this Friday. I'm guessing I kind of want to do an earlier show because my East Coast friends are going to bed and I don't like that. I need to catch you guys before you're off to bed. So maybe around 5 o'clock, which is 8 o'clock your time. It's kind of middle of the night, England. but I think it's the following day in Australia. So I'm trying to lasso everyone around the world with one time zone. So thanks for your patience with that. And yes, I'm going to answer a question from my friend Kathy. Kathy has sent me a couple questions that I want to talk about live. And if Kathy's around, she can interject with her comments too. Okay, you guys, have a super great day. Make good choices. Remember, try and be the best version of you. See you soon.